off. Beat the devil out of it and go about your business. Over and over again, I say, we don't make mistakes. We have happy accidents. Son of a gun, and I have made more mistakes than everybody put together. Over and over again. Over and over. Happy accidents, happy accidents, you don't make mistakes. Happy accidents, accidents, happy accidents, I say don't make mistakes. Happy accidents, happy accidents, you don't make mistakes. Happy accidents, happy accidents, you don't make mistakes. Don't get upset if something doesn't go right. Happy accidents, don't get upset. Happy accidents, don't get upset if something doesn't go right. Happy accidents, happy accidents, mistakes. Happy accidents, accidents, you don't make mistakes. Don't get upset. Don't get upset if something doesn't go right. Don't get upset. Don't get upset if something doesn't go right. Don't get upset.
Hey everybody! Let's get the chat up so I can see what you guys are saying. Go! Brickmaster, Sean, Chance, Kobe. Hey everybody! Right. Oh, bumped the mic, sorry. There we go. How's everyone doing today? Oh, I got that hat hair because I was wearing it. The goblin says hi. Well, hi, goblin. That's goblin speak for hi. Oh, well, I got... Let's talk about something super quick. One, I wrote a video this morning, and I was really impressed with it, so I'm really happy. So in the mail, I talked about this last time. In the mail, I got Army Painter's Game Master water-based non-toxic primer for foam. That's a desert color. This is a white one. I was going to use these to help make the Arctic and the sand rocks. I didn't do that yet, but I also got in the mail. None of this is... I bought all this, so settle down. What is this? Dungeon and Subterranean. So it's not black. It's equivalent to their color Hardened Carapace? I guess that's how you say it. I've never read that word. But it's almost black. It's nearly black. So I got this too. And a reason why I was really interested in these is because of my wooden floors. When I take a brush and paint these, like the primer, it's really, really hard and very time consuming getting in all those nice little detailed cracks that I've made. When you use the spray paint, it's really easy to get in there. It felt like I was overdoing it at some points, but it looks like when it dried, it all turned out just right. And yeah, this is just the primer sprayed on top of the XPS foam. We're not really going to see this side, but in general, this is what we're looking at. And it dried fairly quick, and it's non-toxic, so it didn't have like a nasty like spray paint smell. And I was able to do it just outside my windows on the fire escape. I did miss a spot right there, though. I did not angle it well, so I'll redo this one. But yeah, I'm super impressed. Water-based, non-toxic primer for foam terrain. Heck yeah. It's matted as well, so it's not that shiny. And it's, based off the prototype test, we can expect this wood to go on top of that, and then this gray rock stone to be the stone edges for the foundation. I'll probably mix up dark gray and light gray a little bit, but yeah. I'll do that on this test first. So far it's a success. I'm tempted to use the spray inside. I'm tempted. Let me read this. Because it's water. That's all it is. Not true. There's vapors in there. Keep out of reach of goblins. Keep away from heat. Same stuff as you would expect. Yeah, I didn't feel like it needed a ventilated space, but also I could open a couple windows to keep it insulated, ventilated. So you guys could probably see the effect. I'll do a test off camera first to see how the ventilation works. And then if it feels okay, I'll do it on stream. I don't need to get in trouble on camera. All right. Hey, Sneaky. How does it taste? Dang it, I forgot to test the taste. So we are coming back to Spiral Stairs with its blue underbelly, grungy paint look. This light is throwing off the look. Do this. Here we go. You can see where I put a lot of the blue effect right up here. And the blue lighting is just amplifying it, which is giving it a really cool dungeony look. And we did the same thing to some of the stairs, which gives them all that matched grunge look. And it has this, because we started with this like yellow and we went to stain it brown, we have this moldy green, and now we're putting blue on it. It has a very like Zelda vibe, which is kind of cool. All right, I'm gonna switch to the top down because we have another stair to do. And if I have the wash on me, we gotta wash the bridges. This camera. Get rid of the big boy. The big boy's too big for this. So, we need our paint and deep blue and alien purple. You guys hear the music? I made a spray both with large box on its side, cut a hole in the back, and tape on a furnace filter. Could do that with a smaller scale for minis and such. Oh. Felipe, never seen one of these streams. How's everything? Is there music?
Yeah.
Then it might be just a low mode right now, but it'll come up. Great. Okay, I can boost the music super quick.
Yeah, they're all comfortable with it.
Oh my god, what a delay!
Yeah. I think that's actually totally big for festival project.
Alright. I boosted the music some. Welcome to the stream, Felipe. I typically stream every Tuesday and occasionally on Sundays. And we're streaming about crafting and painting. We have these dungeony stairs that we are coloring. You can look up at the top corner. We got some yellow, greens, and blues, very organic looking stuff, and it's just the first few layers. We're going to be building houses soon, and I have some sick volcanic rocks to show off. Sean gifting those members twin steel. All right, so we're gonna start with where we normally do is with the pillar, working our way up. I think and we want to keep it thinned out the best we can. I'm gonna scoots over because the camera. Oh, I could just do that. That's convenient. I want to keep it thin. Brush is a bit too small. That brush needs to fix it. Need the paint to stay a bit thin, so that way we don't lose all the layers underneath. So add a little bit of water. Give you guys the best shot I can. This is starting to look a little light. Not as grungy looking. I don't know why. Ah, that's why. It's too watered down. Are these for Curse of Amity Island campaign? They are not for the Curse of Amity Island campaign. They are for the upcoming campaigns that are following Curse of Amity Island. So, Curse of Amity Island, as an adventure, has already been shot and it's just going through editing. Typically, I was going to release an episode today, but the exporting was taking a little too long, so I decided to stream. The upcoming adventure that we're going to start recording next month is Dante's Peak. These houses that we're working on are going to be for Dante's Peak. These are the floorboards for the houses, and the volcanic rocks I'll be showing you today are also for Dante's Peak. In general, what I work on here is for the adventures themselves, no matter what the adventure is. Paper towels. I don't think I like necessarily how the watered down worked, but it is getting in the cracks, which I'm very happy about. But it just feels a little too bright. I don't like that. Let's put some purple in there. There it is. That really darkened it up. The effect that we're trying to make here is very much, how was it described in the previous stream? That the dungeon got filled with water and grime, and then it stained parts of it. That's the effect we're going for. And then I just make sure that the blue is not overpowering. And it's more of a stain than a layer. That makes sense. Oh yeah, for those who are aware, because yesterday we had a backer-only monthly stream, we talked about the fact that I'm bulking up on solo videos, talking videos about Dungeons and Dragons tips, whether it's Dungeon Masters or players. And last night I uploaded 2 more, so the bulk is at 7 videos ready to go. I'm really excited. Next year is going to have a healthy video schedule. Felipe, I'm fairly new to the D&D world. I really enjoy Amity Island campaign. Thank you so much. A lot of work goes into it. This is a very peaceful stream. I feel like I'm talking a bit too much. Sorry, guys. You're never talking too much. You're passionate, you're excited, and you're having a good time. Let's see, can I tilt this up a bit? A little bit. You'll see my waist a little bit, but that's okay. Let me give you guys the macro lens. When you use these models in a game, I hope you use some dripping water sound effects. You know what? I might. I think for the most of the time in a dungeon, I will do that. But if I use these like in the middle of a volcano, that might not be water. Or if I use these in Dracula's castle, or in the lair of a cocaine owlbear, these might not be so well, in the cocaine owlbear there might be water. You're playing tag with the cats?
Yeah.
I'm bumping the microphone with my brush.
I'm gonna enter the stream.
Hi, Allie.
Hi. Wanna get in there?
You can see at this angle, it's a little hard, but you can see the, let's get rid of this. You can see the bright top layer that hasn't been touched yet, and the blue grimy base layer. And the blue is not too like blue like the wall behind me. It is just a stained layer, and that's really cool. Alright, let's grab a smaller brush. And now what I'm going to do is go right in between the steps to give them some depth. You can see that I do something similar here. Put that there for the example. Yeah, giving it a little bit of water did lighten it up, but it also helped it get into those cracks a lot easier. What's great with it being yellow and green underneath the blue, when the blue gets a little overpowering over the yellow, it just amplifies it and makes it more green. And it just like, it looks like nature took this thing. And it's really cool. I'm getting a phone call? Yep, my mom is calling me. I gotta get better at not streaming at the time my mom is planning to call me.
Or not
Hang on, guys. I gotta tell my mom. So, let's put that macro lens on. So you can see how the steps are evolving. Like, if you go up here, they look good, but they're very undefined compared to down here. Come on, camera. This is very defined. Another thing to remember, since you're new, Felipe, is all these bricks were added individually. So each set of stairs is roughly like 300 bricks that I've cut and glued, while the I'll switch cameras because it's really hard to show on the GoPro. Or here we go. This guy, oh, you can see the blue really well on this camera. This is about 900-ish bricks. Nice spiral staircase. And it does line up, so people can. That's how it goes. So that's the sound effect for playing D&D, by the way. Looks like limestone. I like. It does have that limestone vibe. Cool. So what I want to do is, oh, this is a good corner for build up. There we go. Now you can kind of see that it feels like gunk is built up on that stair. Have the gunk on down here build up from the outer edge. There we go. Oh, wait till wait till we get the bridges where they need to be. You know, like, you could run up the stairs. Run up the stairs. Oh, where's my mini? Here we go. So we can have a mini go up the stair. Go up the next. Over the next. And now they're on the bridge. Then we have a bridge right here, which these do have magnets to help lock them in. But we can also have a nice Casa Doom style bridge too. So a lot of verticality. And it has a very labyrinth experience to it, which I'm really happy about. And then these are also the same height as the wooden scaffolding and my wooden stairs. The stairs don't necessarily perfectly match the inside of the houses, but I think that's okay. I think them being slightly different is okay for houses. Yeah. And we'll see that more so the further we get into the house build. I believe my friend who was printing the doors and windows, they're done. So by next stream, we can actually start putting together the walls and the houses. Okay. This looks great, guys. It's like a satisfying thing for a dungeon master to pull out. Oh, if you want, just wait till the next episode of Curse of Amity Island, everybody. Oh, man. The combat, the GoPro just freaking out and glitching. Sorry about those blinks. Man, the next episode has such good sound design, good editing. I'm so excited for it. But now you guys gotta wait a week because the exports took too long. The backers, because I give backers uncut sessions, not just episodes of sessions. The next session drop will be middle of the week, probably. And it's the next episode plus the next two, all uncut, with some sound design and battle cam. I'm making sure that the uncuts cut to the battle cam versus just not. Conway! Cool. So I'm happy with this. It's a great, disgusting lair. Blair!
How you doing lava?
We're doing a lot of stuff. Why you gotta judge me?
I want some lava.
Dude, that's blinking a lot.
What? Your GoPro?
Yeah.
Is it plugged in properly?
Yeah. But what it probably is tension on the HDMI cable. It's always the HDMI adapter that does that stuff. Dude, it's all about the hype, Felipe. Marketing 101. It's all about the hype. And then the first 2 episodes of the Lore podcast, which expand the lore of Curse of Amity Island, they're pretty much ready to go. I'm editing the 3rd episode. Chris and I and Allie are really just working on the marketing and trying to get that thumbnail and title game just right. Trying to put the watered down blue into some of the other stairs. Does I really want to get into those cracks? We'll just take a moment. Distraction number 1. It's not really a distraction. It's adding more details to older models. Right in those cracks. I really love that look.
Hero's Journey.
You did a hero's journey? Oh, you wrote a hero's journey?
Yeah.
Congrats. Just add the water. Get it to soak in the crack. There we go. Nice and grimy. How hard is it to edit unscripted sessions? Pretty hard. Well, gameplay is unscripted.
Oh, like, okay.
You'd be surprised, some out there are not. Yeah, yeah. That's the whole point of the game. It's, I'd say the difficulty comes in when there's bad table etiquette. Like people are always talking over each other or stuff like that. And some of those moments you want to keep in. Yet, I think that's probably the hardest part is combat, where I don't know if you can hear Allie, but when people describe what they're doing completely out of order and it doesn't make sense and you kind of have to move what people are saying a little bit so it sounds right. You just edit short films and a bunch of improvised scenes. Yeah, I think as long as characters, a big thing that helps is as long as players from the Dungeon Master playing the NPCs and monsters and the players playing their characters, as long as everyone has a goal, right? They know what they want out of the scene or the encounter or what to do, and they communicate their intentions, everyone can lean in and go that direction. Oh, man, these pillars, they look so good. All right, it's 10:50. Only got a little bit longer, maybe like 30 minutes, maybe a little bit more on this stream. I'm pushing it. Let's do the lava. I'll get the lava rocks. I'll take some coffee. Again, sorry for any of the camera blinking. It's my cables, and the cables are pricey, but they also suck. If you want to help me get some more cables, consider supporting the channel. Cool. So we have these single rocks. Let's call them the small rocks, right? They are... We started with foam. We cut up the sides to get that nice rock texture, and then I used black pepper to give it a nice top texture. Let's see, maybe the macro lens will help. Yeah, you can see that texture. On top of the black, I did layers of gray just to give it some life and lighting. And then deep in the cracks, I'm giving it this dark red lighting. And now we're going to do the layers of lava that lie in this lighting. You can leave the macro on for a second. So we have these two singles, which are great for stacking. They look great when you stack them. I got to make some more of these. Then we have this, what I call the medium size. Same aesthetic and style. Where's my mini? Let's make sure you guys have a reference. And then this is the big piece, which is almost two of these glued together. And you can kind of see the seam, but whatever. It has that nice, like, handmade feeling to it. And I have this set for volcanic. I'm building out the ice one, the desert one, and the gray rock one. And then I also made this guy as a bonus. I do want to make a couple more of these because they are fun and easy to make. All right. So the next step is adding brighter red, just pure red, because this is red mixed with brown. Can you add I could add the cables I need to the Amazon list. Yeah. Where's the brush? Here we go. Barely. God, that's blinking a lot. I'm really sorry, guys. I mean, we've been dealing with the blinking screen for almost a year now, and this is a completely different camera, but potentially the same cable adapter. Oh, this brush is broken. Watching from Ireland. Mentioning coffee, and it's 7 p.m. over here. You gotta have some coffee to go to sleep, man. You know that. That's what doctors say. So we're gonna start with the easiest part. You know what? I'm gonna leave that right. It's okay. It's cool. I'm gonna leave this right over here so you guys can see it. There we go. So we're gonna start on this, since it's the easiest to get through. this brush will not be the one. This brush is better for the inside of these, not the top of this big guy. Go. Very simple, not a lot of like detail. It's just brightening it up. That's a little too bright, but it works. There we go. I think the camera does saturate it a little bit more than what it is, but it works really well. I think this looks very nice for this layer. See my kids' viewers from both sides of the pond. I'm an international star. Look out, Taylor Swift. All right, so the red is done. So let's kind of get some orange going on. Scoop up some red. The beauty about working with acrylic paint is how fast it actually dries. It's very nice. Maryland is 7 p.m. right now. Okay. Trying to find the sweet spot in scheduling for these streams. Because typically I stream around noon my time, which is starting the stream an hour from now, which I feel like is a bit late for some people. Since I'm on the West Coast, I'm at the end of everyone's day. That looks so good. Are those hollow? So what I did was similar to this, which is just XPS foam. I did hollow it out so I could put an LED in as a test. And then the rest, the material right here is actually just melted hot glue. And I stuffed it with baking paper. And then I just carefully used hot glue and melted it to make the lava. We want even stronger orange happening in the middle. And it being like melted hot glue makes it way more hobby friendly, I think, especially kid friendly. If any goblins want to experiment making some lava, you could do this with acid, so paint it green so it's like acid coming out. You could do this with water, so it's just a hot spring. What else? What's another liquid? Purple. I don't know what the liquid would be. What would purple liquid be? I guess that kind of limits the amount of liquids, huh? Black, it can be oil. I mean, oh, if you did a black one, right? Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Mod Podge over this to give it a shine. If this was black and you put the shine over it, and then paint some, like, one direction purple, the other direction green, to kind of give it that chromatic oil shine, and then put another layer of Mod Podge as a shine on top, you would get some nice looking oil. But you got to be careful. America might come after you. That meme dead yet? I mean, you could do blue lava. That exists. I think lava becomes blue depending on the silver, melted metals. Yeah, silver, gold. What makes lava go blue? Is it the distance from the equator or the salt from the ocean? I don't think it's the salt from the ocean. It's the sulfur. An excess amount of sulfur can turn lava to blue, I believe. This part is just really about layering up, letting a little bit drying, feathering it with my finger, stacking it up to be brighter and brighter for when it's time to add the yellow. Oh, I totally forgot to add this to yesterday's backer stream. Was it my corner camera that just freaked out too? Might not be the cable. My can only test the cables first. Because I'm working on Curse of Amity Island, the adventure module, while we're editing the show. The first 4 chapters, draft 1, is available for backers. I'm currently working on draft 2 of the first 4 chapters. Second draft is really cleaned up, really nice, and I now have the final stats for the raiders, raider thugs, the captain raider. I have new stats for the Sawagin that resemble more of what I kind of slightly customized for the game when we ran it, but it's all organized so anyone can use it versus me using my Dungeon Master brain. The whole screen glitched with both cameras. It could be an OBS update that's needed, but it also might mean my capture card is dying. That's a weird theory, but I know what to look at. That helps. Yeah, and I was really excited because I really made some good monster stats. Something I added to the monster stats that I wish, D&D would do in their official adventures is in the monster stat, I have at the bottom combat notes, just to give a little bit of hint, a little bit of direction or inspiration on ways to use this monster in combat. Whether it's a monster that prefers using the group, what their motive is. So it's like raiders, they want to make money and work for their band, their bandit band. Thugs are slightly different, whereas they're more loyal. So that means, if it's just a normal raider, you could have them run away. A thug would fight tooth and nail. And writing that into the monster stat, just as another extra thing, is really helpful. Sweet. I like this. Look at that. Look. That's a nice gradient look. You can see, because the paint's wet, there's a bit of shine. Expect that in the final product, because that'll be nice. Look at this lava. It's hot. It's hot. Ow. Ow. Ow.
That's because you're making lava, right?
Yeah, it's because I'm making lava.
Like right in the lava looks green.
Thank you. Okay, enjoy your photo taking of books. Two different extremes, right? Look at that. Okay, while it's a little wet, I'm gonna start adding the first layer of yellow. I'm gonna add some more orange. just to get a bit more of a yellowy mix in there. Guys, that looks so good. I'm so impressed with myself. Look at that. That's satisfying. All right, so let's add another layer of yellow. Feather the edges. I'm noticing that it's actually getting kind of hard to paint in the middle of a flat spot. I think it has to do with, look at that. It just kind of doesn't sit. I think that has a lot to do with the fact that I'm painting on dried glue. Not entirely sure. I think I just need to let it dry for a second because the yellow is not sticking as well as I would like it to. Especially dead center on flat areas. The curved ones it grips really well. Almost looks like it's crawling out. Just a bit of melted wax. I'm not sure if I take the color easily. Let's see if I can just put a big chunky yellow right here. The surface just might be flat and smooth enough that the paint struggles to grip to it. Nice big chunks. Almost like oil painting. Oh yeah, the black covering is going to come. I'm going to put Mod Podge over, glossy Mod Podge over this part before I put the black crust on top. So that means it's just gonna have to take a few days to dry. Oops. Messed that one up. No, I'm not trying to win a contest for quality of paint or quality of paint job. I do want this to go on in front of the camera and wow my players. I hear my cats wrestling. Okay. So, let's get the macro lens on so you guys can see the details. So you can see that I have loose blobby yellow at the top, and that's got to dry. And that yellow's got to be thick to pop. You can see that dark brown red is kind of off the lava and almost like lighting. And all the yellow is meant to be the hottest points. Red's supposed to be the coldest spots. I think what this still needs, other than the black, like dried crust that can happen on different spots, is once this is dry, put Mod Podge on top. Then with a brush, kind of like you would with Mod Podge, give it when you're working with water effects, give it some waves, right? Just subtle little like brush slap on waves. And then use those waves as texture to dry brush some red and orange on top of the yellow.
That was my fault. I grabbed my charger and hit the cable and it
No, that wasn't you. That was my setup.
Go.
And then on top of that, once that dries, apply the black. The corner would be cool. So typically, if I was to paint lava, here, great, amazing example. Stairs, they fell down. Okay, so let's show off a couple examples here. And then we're going to be wrapping up the stream. And then Sunday, today's Sunday, Tuesday, probably around the same time. Let's try to keep it consistent. So I'm going to try to aim for starting around the same time on Tuesday. We'll continue. So if we look at okay, so if we look at, tell me what time. Leave a comment, not in the chat, on a comment on the VOD, what time you want these to start.
8 a.m., noon, and 2 p.m.
Stop distracting me, Allie. So if we look at this fire, it starts with yellow at the hottest point, and as it gets cooler, we have strips of orange paint, and then strips of red, and at the very top, to really communicate the coldness of the smoke and the darkness of the smoke, we have black. This I love. Also, it does technically have an LED inside. Really hard to see with all the lights, but yeah. So this is the core concept of fire and lava and heat and what's the word? Tungsten. Starts with a C. It means heat and heating up. It's a word used for lighting. It'll come to me. Or you guys will say it before I do. So, another example. I painted these a long time ago. I can't wait to use them. This is a little magma fire method. That's the official term for D&D lore. You can also think of them as little gremlin, imp, goblin elementals. And this one's a fire elemental. So how I painted this, and I'll show you the big ones too. I painted the big ones just the same. I started with white, then yellow, then orange, red, and then black on the tips. Here's a slightly larger one. And then here is the crown large fire elemental. And I even went over and did the hottest face in the palms of the hands to be even brighter. And the whole concept is that underneath is yellow. And then you can see really well on the back. As it gets colder and layers above it get colder to red, and then eventually black at the tips. Those took me a minute to paint. So with this, we're approaching it slightly differently. You know, we're painting the red lighting first, and then working our way to the center yellow. And it does, we're communicating the effect correctly. You can see that. Oh man, that angle looks so good. It looks right. But it is technically backwards. We painted the coldest stuff first and worked our way to the hottest. So to get the black crust to look just right, in my mind, what needs to happen is that glossy wave Mod Podge effect. And just bake this in. And then on top of it, now that there's some form of cold layer underneath, we can now add little bits of orange, little bits of red, and then black on top without messing up the base heat source. And then it'll really have, you know, that if you think about it, macro and micro, the bottom layer of micro layers is what I'm holding right now, which looks really freaking cool. And then the second macro layer is going to be a bunch of micro layers of cooling that first layer. God, this looks so dope. I'm more than pleased with what I've made here, guys. It's really freaking cool. And it's just a chunk of foam that with a knife I made some rocky texture, black paint, gray paint highlight, and then I have literally a bottle of yellow and red, and I've mixed those together with some brown to get the lighting and the layers of effect here. And then the goop, the greatest go-to goop for crafting. Hot glue, melt your hot glue, and it becomes goop. What's my focus on? It's focusing on this. Man. Great. So when I take my rocky layer, bump the mic, and put this on top, you can see what you can expect the final rocks to look like. Oh, that's going to be a really cool rock set, guys. Geologists around the world, Pierce Brosnan himself will be jealous. Man, I'm so psyched for this. Dude, this is so good. I'm so satisfied. I can't wait to play it and then for you guys to see it edited. Oh, man. Ah. And then I can just sneak it around on other games whenever I want to. Oh, man. Oh, Felipe, since you're new. So yeah, what's on the docket? Just super quick so you're aware, since you're a big... You come off as a big fan of Curse of Amity Island, which I'm super thankful of. After Curse of Amity Island, there'll be 2 one-shots, kind of wintry one-shots that come out, and then Dante's Peak, which is a big... We know what it is. And after that, the plan is a Knight's Tale, and then a few specials along the way. All in the same world, at different points on the timeline. And these rocks are going to be used everywhere and every when. I'm so psyched. I'm just taking it in. I'm so happy with this. Like, when I saw other people do the goop, I'm going to retitle this stream to Do the Goop. When I saw other people on YouTube do the goop, and they're like, you could do this for lava. And I was just like, can you? And I watched them paint it, and I'm like, Okay, I guess that's a method that works. And then I look at like the 3D printable versions of lava and lava terrain on Etsy, and I'm like, they kind of look similar. Let's try this. This is a test piece. And I'm going to keep it and use it. Dang. Melted hot glue for the goop. Great go-to. Nerdy Pepper Treasure Investor. Well, we know who's the patron for all the adventurers. Give me the lore and give me all the treasure. Oh, okay, so this is drying now, the stairs. I'm gonna wrap up the stream in a few minutes. The stairs that we worked on today is drying, and comparing it to the spiral stairs, the blue on the stairs that we worked on today is far more blue than this. This seems to be more violet, and that's probably because my mix was more purple on the first pass. That's okay. Because it's just a base layer. It's still just a base layer. I have many layers to go. Yeah, I'm looking at some other ones. They're far more purple. And looking at it from this angle, the purple does look better than just blue. Okay. Good to know. What about this guy? This guy's a mix of both. Interesting. So the plan for Tuesday's stream is I will put the Mod Podge on this ideally before Tuesday, so it's dry by then. And then we have the option of messing with lava. If I have the doors and windows, we'll be working on the houses. And we could probably start next stream with staining and washing these bridges to get more brown. Well, I gotta put green on them first too, so we'll do that too. So we got a lot of moving pieces that we can work on, and Tuesday's stream will probably be like a couple hours long. So thank you guys for watching. Cover some cool stuff, a lot of fun updates, freaking great paint jobs. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you are inspired or jealous, so that way you can make your own. And I will see you all on Tuesday. Have a great rest of your day, afternoon, evening, and of course, good night.
Good night. Good night. Good afternoon. Good evening. Good night. Good afternoon. Good evening. Good night.
Good afternoon, good evening, good night. Good afternoon, good evening, good night. Good morning.
Good night.
see ya. Good morning.
Good night.
In case I don't see ya.
See ya.